Hey guys, if you're watching the replay, I'm just going to try and get finished getting set up here real quick. Make sure that everything is visible. Alright, so we're going to see if we have anybody hop on. Let's see if I can tag a few people here. Let's see. If you can tag someone that you think needs to see this, go ahead and do that. I'd be very grateful for it. And let me see. Alright, there we go. So we'll see if we could find anybody to join us here in a second. I'm just going to go ahead and do a quick demo of the grill pan and press. And I'll go ahead, since we're waiting on a few people, I'm just gonna put this in front real quick. Shout out to Pampered Chef for my free ice cream sandwich maker and my free ice cream maker. I'm excited. This was the consultant incentive for July, and I hit that goal on Monday the 31st. I'd been a part of Pampered Chef for 1 week, and I did hit the goal to get my free incentive, and I was extremely shocked to see it on my doorstep this morning. So I'm excited about that, and I will be having an ice cream party here shortly. I'm waiting for a few more people, so quick mom tip for anybody out there. I don't know if you've seen this kind of headband in Walmart, but I think I'm going to start wearing these every single day and buy every single kind that they have. It stretches out extremely far. It's really large, and I meant to bring another one in here to show you so I didn't have to take this one off my head. But I had one of these in my purse yesterday, and we were over at a friend's house last night, and Piper just so happened had already had to change into her backup outfit for the day. So when she peed through her diaper again, she's laughing at us right now. I only had one extra pair of pants in the bag and did not have a second extra onesie. So I did this thing where I saw my headband laying in there and I knew it was large. So I pulled it over her where I had her arms out top. And then I pulled one of the sides up to I guess get it tighter around her, and was able to put a small rubber band out of the way where she couldn't reach it up here, and it made like a little halter top. I mean, it's not something that I would take her out to the park in, but because we were over at a friend's house and going home right after, it was the perfect thing to just keep her covered until we got home. So that thing was pretty awesome. I guess we don't have anyone else joining us right now. Our pan has gotten nice and warm, so the one thing you do want to make sure when you use the press with this pan, this is our executive non-stick single burner grill pan. It's got the grill lines in it that you'll see here in a second, and then it has I have the press with it as well. So the best thing to do, the way to use this, is before you do anything with it, put the press in there and heat both the pan and press up for maybe about 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. So you can use our little olive spritzer, but I've just got some Pam because I haven't gotten the olive spritzer yet. And I've got some thin pieces of chicken over here. And I like to avoid as much mess as possible, especially with raw food. So anytime I can save from having to wash something, I'll do that, or wash chicken off of it, that is. So I've just put my thin pieces of chicken right on top of the bag that I had the chicken in, so that it's not gonna make a mess on my cutting board, and I can use my cutting board here in a few minutes. Piper thinks that's hilarious, you guys. So I've got some salt and pepper here, and I'm just seasoning both sides. And then we're going to take our spray and coat the pan, both sides. The reason we do that is because both sides of this pan actually touch the chicken. So, our pan is nice and hot. We're gonna lay all of our chicken in here. And especially with this chicken being so thin, it's not gonna take very long at all for this to cook. So we're just gonna lay those in there and set our grill press on top. So we're gonna let that sit for a few minutes, and I'm gonna wrap this up so that there is no chicken gut on my cutting board, and toss this out real quick. All right, and I like to kind of put things away as I do it most times so that it's not as big of a mess. So while we're letting that cook, I'm just gonna put this away real quick. Next thing I'm gonna do is, once the chicken is cooked, I'm going to cut it up into thinner strips, and I'm gonna make me just a quick grilled chicken sandwich. Of course, you can use any bread. Panini bread is really good for this because we're going to put it back on there. I'm using this bread called Flat Out because I am trying to lose some weight. So I'm on Weight Watchers, and this is just less points for me. So I've got my bread and I've got some cheese. So I'm just going to get that ready. And then once my chicken is done, we'll chop it up, put it on there, and then put it back in the pan for a few minutes. But I'm making so many pieces because what I like to do is make a little extra when I'm going through it, and that way tomorrow for lunch or Monday I don't have to do the cooking for that. I can just, what I'll probably do is I'll have 2 extra pieces. Monday I'll probably cut some up, toss it in a tortilla shell with some cheese, and have me a good little quesadilla. So let's see how our chicken looks. It's getting nice and cooked there. So I'm just going to place this back for a few more minutes. And because we heated up the press in the pan in the beginning, our chicken is cooking from both the bottom and the top. So that's going to make it cook in less time, especially since the pieces are so thin. I did it the other night with pieces that were maybe about a ½ inch thick, and it literally only took about 5 minutes to cook them. I did turn them over once just to make sure that they were nice and golden on each side, because it's cast iron, the press, but it will kind of lose a little heat. But it works so much better than just putting them right in the pan and sauteing them. I've got some seasoning, and this is, I don't know what the rest of my family calls it. I call it Keener seasoning. Keener family seasoning. My aunt made this for one of my cousin's weddings. It's just a mixture, and it has gotten a little hard, so I just kind of crumble it up when I'm ready to use it. It's just got a mixture of some different seasonings in with it. Some red pepper and paprika, a couple other things. Can't remember what all it is. But I put this stuff on everything. So I just put the salt and pepper on it when I was cooking it. And then right before I finish, I'm going to sprinkle some of this on there. And the reason I'm going to do that is because this seasoning has a tendency to kind of blacken. So I don't want my chicken to turn black before it's ready to come off of there. You know, it'll still need time to cook, even though it turns black, and then it'll just look charred and black on the outside, but still not cooked on the inside. So I'm going to wait until it's pretty much finished cooking, sprinkle some of that on top, and then let it cook a little longer just to soak in that flavor. Piper's over here having fun. She wants some chicken, you guys. And I don't know if you've seen these. These are 5-inch Sentoku knives. And I use this for just about everything. But I did just learn that, I don't know if I'm supposed to know it yet, but I earned an $85 product for July for the sales that I did. So I've got an 8-inch chef knife coming in that's from the new line, from the restyled knives that they did. So I'm excited about that. See how we're doing. We're going to turn it over and look. And since the pan is non-stick, it just turns so easily. And you can see the browning, the grill lines on that. I love the way those grill lines look. Look at that. Yum. I don't know what y'all are having for lunch, but my lunch is going to be delicious. So I'm just going to let that cook on that side for a little longer. And if you do join us here, just go ahead and say hi so I know that you're here. If there's any product you want to see demoed, you can follow me on the Pampered Chef with Jenna Rabine on Facebook. Just literally search that whole phrase and I'll pop up and do videos every once in a while. Try not to post a whole lot because I don't want y'all to get sick and tired of me. But there's always a lot of great stuff going on. So definitely join me over there for that. Let's see, our chicken, can y'all see that, is looking good. And it is probably nice and cooked by now. But I do want a couple more little grill lines on the other side of that. So I'm going to let it cook just a little longer. Because I like for it to look pretty. I don't know, do y'all prefer, well, I prefer for my food to taste really good too, but I like for it to look good as well. Who knows? Anybody want to say hi so I don't have to talk and fill this whole thing up with all my blabbering? We're just letting the chicken cook a little bit longer. And then we're going to move it over to our cutting board and slice it up. I may not even slice it, I might just put it right on the thing. I think that'd be delicious. I'll pull some pieces off and then we'll assemble my sandwich and then put it back on there to give the sandwich a little bit of a grill mark panini look to it. Oh yeah. I'm excited. Alright, so like I told you, I'm just going to sprinkle some of this seasoning. Now one thing I do wish I had is a little thing that I could put this on while I'm doing something like this. But I love this product, so it's completely worth it if I can't do that. So I just sprinkled a little bit on that one side. I'll grab a little more. And sprinkling on the other side, and just going to let it cook a little longer. You can hear that nice sizzle. I don't know what you're having for lunch, but I hope it is as good as what this is going to be, because this looks like it's going to be amazing. Got my Weight Watchers friendly bread and a nice piece of provolone cheese there. And then I'm going to put it back on here just to warm that up and melt it real good. And then I'm going to top it with a little bit of honey mustard, because I love a grilled chicken sandwich with honey mustard. So, you can see how that seasoning kind of darkened it up pretty quickly. So let's move this. And while I assemble the sandwich, I'm going to put the press right back on there just to heat it up a little more. And which piece do I want, you guys? I'm not sure. Let's see, this piece over here looks like if I cut it a little bit, it'll fit perfectly on there. I'm just going to cut into it to get it to the right size that I want, and also to be able to double check that it is cooked and it's nice and cooked. So I might actually double stack that, because that is a small piece of chicken. Don't judge me, you guys. Yum. Look at that. Okay, so, whoops. Chicken's running away. I'm going to fold my sandwich over. And then you're going to hear, I'm going to fold my cheese up a little bit because it's going to get kind of nice and oozy. So I'm going to put that right back on there. And literally press this down for a minute or two. And it's going to get some nice grill marks on there. You can see it's kind of smoking a little bit. Probably from those spices. But while that's doing that. So this, of course, was a thin piece. So it only cooked in just a few minutes, really. And then I cooked it a little bit longer to get that nice grill mark on there. You can see that well. And this grill pan did really nicely, and I do find that the times that I've used it so far, the chicken has really stayed nice and moist. It gets kind of almost a crispy skin on the outside, and then it stays nice and moist on the inside. So I'll turn this over once. Oh, it got nice and crusty and a little brown on the bottom. I didn't bring a plate over here. Oh, I've got them right here, you guys. I can use a fancy plate, right? If you're like me on Weight Watchers and you're watching this, you know that grilled chicken is about, I can't quite honestly remember. I think it's like basically a point per ounce. The provolone is about, I think it's 2 points for a half an ounce of provolone, which is a slice or about a slice. And then the flat outs, I believe, are 3 points. So, you know, you're getting away with your lunch for 5 or 6 points. I didn't add it up as I went, but so there I have my yummy chicken grilled sandwich. Low on points for me because I'm on Weight Watchers. Took a few minutes. Really quick to make. So as you can hear, my daughter in the background, who has still decided not to take a nap, is not going crazy because it didn't take me too long. So I'm gonna go enjoy this with a nice cup of some mandarin oranges for my Weight Watchers. Again, 0 points. And I hope you enjoyed this demo. The non-stick executive cookware, which this pan and this grill press are included in as a set as well, is our August special this month. If you host a, in August, if you host a virtual party or a live party and you hit the qualifying mark, which is just 200, which is really just 2 to 3 orders, then you're able to get those for 60% off. This pan, you can get it as a set, which is the pan, the press, our tongs, and then the olive oil spritzer, which is what I was talking about. I wish I had. Usually it's about $225, and for this deal, I believe, if I remember correctly, you can get it for about 90 bucks. So I can help you get that for that good of a deal. If that's something you're interested in, you can message me. I might even be able to get you an even better deal. So that is the live demo for today. If you go back and watch again, feel free to comment. I'll go back through and look at everything, and let me know your comments, your ideas. If you feel like you needed to count how many times I said feel free to let me know that as well, because I'm trying to fix that. But y'all have a great rest of your weekend, and I'm gonna go enjoy my lunch and play with my daughter. Bye, guys.